Greetings, Jedi Traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 6. Roll it out. Day 1, February 6, 2017. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only to support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, Jedi Traders. It was the bulls taking a nap here today as we rolled out a Monday session. Pre-market trend as we do each day. 15 minutes prior, we were looking for, as the current price was 51.46, pretty much our trend overnight was chop. Pre-market for the first 3 hours, actually I should say mid-Globex to the pre-market, for the most part downside, and we were looking at 56.95 upside and 36.17 downside. Let's take a look at that chart. Whoa, wrong one. There's our end of day session. There we are, NQ pre-market. So again, we were looking at 51.17 downside on the 60-minute, which would have put us out of the range of the 15-minute chart. So 56 upside, 95 upside on the range chart if we were really going to pop today. And if we were looking downside, 15-minute chart to 36 downside, and as we sat right here at major support and resistance. And, well, how'd we do? Let's take a look at the NQ. Yep, we pretty much stayed at the highs. Came a little bit back, really maybe testing a little bit at the lower lows here down. We had a reset on the 15-minute MMLs. Just pull that picture down. There it was. It was 51.36, and as you can see here, obviously 46 became support with time. So there it is, new support level. Price action broke back up, but new level upside, 51.66. All right, so there was our NQ, and let's take a look at the ES. We were looking at 22.87, same price action overnight with our Globex high and low. And we were looking at 89.97. and 81.67. There were our numbers. We're looking again, 97 upside, support here at 81 all the way down to 65. 81.25 was support here, ES downside, and pretty much still holding at the highs in this range. How did we do on the ES today? End of day. Yep, 22.85. Again, let's look at that chart there. There it was, 22.81. So a little bit of a reset of the 15-minute chart. But our 60-minute chart also as well, 73 now support upside as we pretty much held out today's session. And so again, just a reminder as we went through the weekend recap, MMLs on the bigger time frames, love them. They don't change as much. It's the intraday. You always have to be ready for a change in the MML lineup, as those do change depending on the time frame. But that does not change the fact that when we're looking for a core chart setup, we're looking for all charts to be in sync either above or below the cloud and giving us a trade management that allows us to remain in the trend as long as possible. Not exactly what we had today on the charts, not exactly what we had today on the charts. All right, so there was our pre-market trend, and sleeping on the job today is not much as far as economic highlights concerned. Pretty much ES closing out flat. It was really the NQ leaning upside. VIX closing out here at 1137. Let's pull up the VIX here and the core sector list. There it is, 11 in the green, 14 in the red. Pretty much 1-to-1 breath here, 2-to-1 on the NYSE. You could see volume pretty much just across the board here. And then here on the Q, advancers, decliner sideways. And then the tick, overall tick here, price action, cumulative tick to the downside. Again, as I've been mentioning every day in the weekend recap, as we head into February 15th, watching these VIX numbers, looking at the open interest right here, 20 to 23. Look at that open interest, 1 million plus. That should be a little concerning to you. So keep an eye on that as we roll out the month of February here. All right, guys. Let's jump into the charts today, see if there were any exciting charts to look at. And let's take a look. Actually, let's start with the daily gaps here as price action. And I'm going to pull up the ES here. I had a little bit little bit of a concern here as the further we get away from these open gaps, the more likely at some point the harder we fall. And I love to take care of old business before we move on. And right now, price action pretty much holding right here, obviously at the highs, but just keep watching those as price action will eventually retreat. We will go and close out these open gaps with 100% guarantee, 100%, with a major open gap there from the post-elections. We have not yet closed out. So that is yet to be dealt with all the way down to 1860. That will be a huge drop. But right now, open gaps remain downside. Why I'm holding up here is crude pulls back a little bit today. Nice trendy move on gold and crude today. AD line's not getting very far today. A little price action downside, but pretty much flat across the board. Not holding to any significant. Yeah, NQ was running down that negative 70, 75. Thought we might grab that there this morning. S&P right to 250, and there's our favorite 25 on the YM. All right, let's jump over to the charts and then see where we're headed. Technical momentum for tomorrow. Let's take a look at the intraday setup. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the static chart here as I've already got these pictured. There's the NQ today. Price action again with the new setup that we have on the charts with the keeping it simple there, Jedi Traders. 51.44. You got the 534 down here below. When you got everything in the green here with the turquoise, yep, we got a nice solid setup. Price action lifting up here and open 45.50, closing upside 58 after a small minor pullback. Really couldn't get a grasp on NQ direction today as it was quite choppy. Lower time frames might have done you better. All right, YM again, nice early AM move. YM was actually leading out the session this morning, pulling back, pretty much taking back that whole move. Open, closing out just slightly above. Two solid trends upside. Again, a little bit cautious here with the 534 is in sync, but the 51.44 is still in the red, so we got the yellow signal there. Finally, we got a green. You want to enter midstream? That's up to you. Price action eventually pulled back. This was probably the most solid setup of the day through the mid-session on the YM. Let's take a look at the ES. There it is, ES full session. Again, long hanging tails didn't exactly work out for us today, so nice move upside. It was really the afternoon session that pulled a nice one, but again, closing out here, 86.25, so half a point down from the open. Also want to point out for those of you trying to get out of that sim platform, M6E, a wonderful way. Nice 30 plus ticks upside today here on the M6E with a couple solid greens all across the board. So just waiting for that trend. Not sure what happened here in the early AM session. Didn't get any signals, avoided that. Might have been because of the 51.44, but a little bit of caution here. Again, market open on the 6E. Very nice to the downside. That's the M6E, M6E. All right, upcoming article that I'll be writing about that, so look ahead. No charts of interest to speak of other than what I've already shown you as we do each day. Really quiet session. I could say crude, nice move downside. Crude again, look at that, nice solid out of the Globex high. So pretty much current trend, downtrend on the crude here for the intraday. Gold on the opposite, right? Back upside. So crude versus the gold, both directions here. That's from the Sunday open. Price action moving up, all in the green. That's what we're looking for. And then second setup, break above the Globex high, and you got yourself some ticks on the gold. Yen had a nice move here in the PM session. There it was. Again, yen been moving really well on a 10-tick chart. Again, if it's a lot of price action, you can always go to the higher time frame. And if it's not a lot, drop down. Here it is, break above the VWAP, Globex high. There's your move. That was the overnight session. Price action pulling back. A little bit of a scoop here in the morning session, but quickly turns around. 2-bar pullback, indecision, support at the VWAP. Couldn't go wrong there. There it is, all in the green. Yen to the upside. If you're trading the yen, sweet move to the upside. Euro, Euro really couldn't decide what to do. I didn't show that to you on the M6E, but look at that move. M6E, same picture to the downside overnight. Sweet, sweet trend on the 6E overnight. And price action chops it out to get go in the U.S. session. And then just struggled here at the VWAP, finding a lot of institutional support resistance, battling it out on the 6E. All right, so where do we stand headed into tomorrow? Look, guys, not a big week. I went over in the recap for the weekend thinking we might just be chilling out this week. Had a big week last week. Market's not ready to really roll. Kind of on, just waiting to see how things are going to roll out economically between news, between Washington, between economic numbers, between the Fed. So right now, nice to see that, though, the NQ picked up last week to finish right back up. Keep that in mind, 51.56, ADX back upside. Lovely, lovely market internal to watch. But 60 minute, 15 minutes, we rolled it through, watch the Globex. Tomorrow morning, I'll give you the new numbers as we look at the overnight session, see where the new numbers are for the day. Remember, MML levels can always reset, so best to always watch the HA bars, see what's in trend, go for the highest probability setups, and just learn to ride as long as you can. If you're not feeling good about it, just like today, NQ just struggling just to get a tick, you might as well just bail and come back another day. All right, so look at upside, look to 66 upside, downside, look down to 46. Break any of those levels, we're looking down to 117, and then any further will be 5,000 all the way down. Take a look at the ES, ADX, right back upside as the ES got a nice little lift here. Again, directional movement. Index coming a little bit close here to choppy. I don't know if we're going to get up to that 40, but regardless, 60 minute, 15 minute. Upside, we're looking at 89 again. 89 first level, 92, 97 upside. Watch the 85 downside. Watch the 81 all the way down to 73 in the Globex session. There's that 81.25. Excuse me, that lines up with the 60-minute chart. All right, let's wrap it up on the YM as we do each day. YM again, ADX got a little pop back up as we hit that 20K bell, right back upside, kind of a roller coaster. 60-minute, 15-minute, we're still holding at the highs on the 60-minute, so I'll look back down to 19,222, but before that, there it is, right on the 15-minute chart. Upside, let's see if we can ring that Globex bell again at 20K and close, open up tomorrow's session up at the highs. Hey, we'll have to see what happens overnight. All right, guys, economic calendar. Again, tomorrow, international trade. Pretty quiet week all across the board. Consumer credit heading into Friday. A couple more Fed speakers all across the board. Disney still have some earnings coming out this week. Disney on the pocket for Tuesday, February 7th. So watch that Dow. Watch that Dow. All right, guys. That concludes today's daily trend for the, or a recap, insight into the daily trend and technical momentum for those indices and key futures markets that I watch each day. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My mantra, one simple strategy, any market, any chart, any diaphragm will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at tradingfibs, and always I leave the crystal ball to the experts. Pretty quiet on Twitter there today, guys. I only watch what's in front of me and on my charts, and as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Again, if you guys are trying to get in to real trading, been simulating for a while, and you want to get your hands wet, M6E, great way to start. No, not the same volume, but again, got to get your finger on the trigger and start hitting it, and soon you might be able to progress to the NQ, YM, TF, or ES, or any other market for that choice. Make sure to check out my pre-market trends in the morning and then the technical momentum outlook for the week here posted over the weekend. Hey guys, for those of you who are interested in joining us in our community of those like-minded traders seeking those high probability setups, feel free to email me, David at tradingfibs.com. You may join us any Thursdays or Fridays to view the live charts as they happen in the trading day. 15 minutes before the market opens, all the way to the end. Hopefully, first 2.5 hours, we get something that moves. Hey guys, lots of recommendations out there. If anything, keep reading those trading psychology books. Watch those videos. Watch Jack Schwager. Anything out there to keep you motivated. Have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Good day, good night, and good trading to you.